but it just gets better and better.
Welcome back into the Moose Jaw Event Center. The Warriors falling 5-4 in overtime to the Saskatoon Blades here in a back-and-forth hockey game between these two squads. It ended up being a bad turnover in the Warriors' end that cost them in the overtime period as Igor Sidorov breaks in all alone and beats Jackson Unger for the game-winning goal, tying up this series at 2 games apiece, heading back to Saskatoon now for Game 5. This is the post-game show on IKS Media Warriors Live. I'm your host, Marc Smith. We got plenty to go over. We'll hear from Warriors head coach Mark O'Leary in a little bit. We'll also have your game scoring summary, your 3 stars, your Connexus save of the night, and your out-of-town scoreboard. But we will start with the game scoring summary. Plenty to go over in the first 2 periods of this game as the teams combined for 8 goals in those first 2 periods. It was a 3-0 lead for Saskatoon, just 8:32 into the game as Brendan Lazowski gets his 6th of the playoffs 14 seconds in. Then Trevor Wong gets his 4th of the playoffs a minute 7 into the game, and quickly 2-0 for Saskatoon. Then Alexander Suzdalev scores his 4th of the playoffs at 8:32, making it a 3-0 advantage for the Blades. Warriors start their comeback after that, though. Braden Yeager gets his 9th of the playoffs just after a power play expires at 12:06, getting Moose Jaw on the board. Then it's Jagger Firkus with his 10th of the playoffs at 16:54. Cutting the lead down to 1. Saskatoon would restore the 2-goal lead just a minute later as Tanner Molendyk puts a long shot in, his 3rd of the playoffs, makes it 4-2 after 1. Then Braden Yeager with his 10th of the playoffs, just minute 4 into the second period, pulls the Warriors back within 1. That came just after another power play expired. And then it's Rylan Kovacevic with his 3rd of the playoffs, tying the game up midway through that second period. Both teams would play back and forth hockey after that in the 3rd period, both sides getting 8 shots in the 3rd period, but neither side would prevail in that 3rd, sending the game into the extra period. And 3:29 into the overtime period. It's a turnover in the Warriors zone. Igor Sidorov finds himself behind everyone, and he beats Jackson Unger for the game-winning goal and the series-tying goal, giving the Saskatoon Blades the victory here in Game 4 and sending things tied back to Saskatoon for Game 5 coming up on Friday night. And then now Game 6 will go in Moose Jaw coming up Sunday afternoon at 2 o'clock. Here in downtown Moose Jaw. So this series is shaping up to be a doozy. 3 games to overtime so far, and it's been a wild one here in the this Eastern Conference Championship Series. Let's take a look at your 3 stars of the hockey game. Rylan Kovacevic played a physical game for the Moose Jaw Warriors. He finished with a goal in this one. He is your 3rd star of the game. Braden Yeager, 2 goals, 3 points on the night, a +3. He was your 2nd star. Tanner Molendyk with a great game for the Saskatoon Blades. He scored once. He is your first star of the night here tonight after the Blades pick up the 5-4 win in Game 4. Let's head down to the Warriors locker room now, where I'm being joined by head coach Marc O'Leary after tonight's game. Coach, heartbreaker there at the end, but you got to be pleased with how your team fought back in this game to get things to overtime, but just a tough break there in the extra period.
Yeah, it's never a question whether we'll keep playing and keep fighting. Just disappointing the way that the game started. I just thought we were a little bit hesitant and called a couple bad bounces early on. They end up in the back of their net, but for the most part, we really didn't give them a whole lot all night. We can draw a lot of positives from tonight. We battled back and we let this one slip away. So again, we'll do what we always do. We reset. And we got a 2 out of 3 heading on the road Friday.
What's the message on the bench when they go up 3-0, 8 minutes into this game? How did the team kind of respond on the bench to start the comeback and tie things up?
Well, just to play, and to play is just it starts with sprinting. Again, they were skating, we weren't. Just a little bit of standing around watching. Even if you're in good places, if you're not skating, if you're not going all in to do it, it's not going to look very good. So I just thought we were hesitant and we were watching, but once we got back to just playing and attacking with and without the puck, we were fine.
Braden Yeager, Jagger Furcus, Martin Rysavy, that line really kind of drove the comeback. How was this the best game you saw out of that trio so far in this series?
Yeah, they were excellent. They were dangerous, and I think if you chose a line that was going to drag us back into the fight, that'd be the one that you'd choose. And really, it just started with their energy. I just thought that they played off the shot, they attacked, they climbed above, they were around the puck with numbers, and when they do that, they possess the puck and they have the skill to make plays.
Tough task now heading up to Saskatoon for Game 5. I guess what's the kind of the mindset for the team as you get ready for that one?
What a great opportunity! It's a 2 out of 3. We're heading on the road. We've been comfortable on the road all season long. This is what it's all about. It's playoff hockey, conference finals. It's supposed to be tight. Anything worthwhile is going to be hard, and this is hard. It's a lot of fun.
Awesome. Well, thanks for joining me, and good luck going into Game 5 on Friday.
All right. Thanks, Mark.
Thank you to Warriors head coach Marc O'Leary for joining us on the post-game show. Let's take a look at your Connexus save of the night here tonight. It was a second period stop, not by the goaltender, but Caleb Parker as the Blades came on the rush. Parker hustles back, gets in the shooting lane, and Fraser Minton sends it up over the glass off of Caleb Parker. That's your Connexus save of the night. It's not too often it's not a goaltender with the save of the night, but right there, Caleb Parker laying it all out on the line for your Connexus save of the night. Let's wrap up the post-game show with a look at your Sask Lotteries out-of-town scoreboard in the Western Conference Championship. It's Portland out in front 3-1 after 2 periods of play. Portland has a 2-1 series lead in the Western Conference Final, so looking to take a stranglehold on that with Game 5 going tomorrow in Portland. Moving over to the NHL, the Vegas Golden Knights and Dallas Stars meet for Game 5. Stars take it 3-2. They lead that series 3-2. And Kings and Oilers in a battle right now, 2-2. Midway through the second period, Edmonton leading that series 3-1, looking to finish things off on home ice. The Warriors falling in this one despite a valiant comeback in a solid game after the first 10 minutes. They come up just a bit short against the Saskatoon Blades here in Game 4. Series now tied at 2 games apiece, and we'll head to Saskatoon for Game 5 coming up on Friday. And we'll be back with our next broadcast coming up Sunday afternoon when the Warriors host the Saskatoon Blades for Game 6. A 2 o'clock puck drop will be on the air at 1:45 for the pregame show on CHL TV as well as Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. Warriors and Blades, great series here in the Eastern Conference Championship, tied at 2 now, heading back to Saskatoon. Thanks for tuning in tonight on IKS Media Warriors Live.